What's up, YouTube? Just a little update here. Got married and we're getting ready to go on a honeymoon. So we're gonna have this honeymoon trail blogger style, and we're taking the quads and our new toy hauler, and we're going to the beach somewhere. I'm gonna go riding, and we're probably just gonna take the old Raptor 700 and the Banshee. Doesn't really look like I'm gonna have room for the 450. I could put it in the back of the truck, but I don't think we're really gonna have time for it anyhow. Needs a couple of little things, and I just don't have time to fix it up. So, gonna be working on the Raptor here real quick before we leave. It's Wednesday night, trying to get out of here as quick as possible. The weekend before 4th of July, so we're trying to beat the rush. We got married last weekend. We were supposed to have left by now, but just did some stuff to the truck, to the toy hauler. Took a little longer than we thought it would. Now I'm just making sure the quads are ready to ride, because we haven't been riding them lately. They've been kind of put up. And the Raptor, I just changed the oil, cleaned the chain. It was all gunked up from just grease and dirt and grime and everything stuck on there. Wasn't really running very good. I drained some gas out of it, put some fresh gas into it. Just make sure the chain's tight. I'll tighten up the chain here in a second. Twinkles has been doing all kinds of stuff to our toy hauler, or as they call it, the Wanderer wagon. Wanderer wagon. It's hard to say even one time. Got the Banshee sitting over here, took it out, got some fresh gas in the carbs and stuff. It seemed to start right up, seemed to do okay. Good old reliable Banshee. So it should be ready to go. Maybe just tighten up the chain a little bit, throw the paddle tires on there. I got my green chili adventure gear rack on the back. Bring some food or some drinks or something on the back. I can just strap my backpack on really easily now. Yeah, so we're just getting kind of ready to go. Getting the toy hauler all prepped. One thing you guys haven't seen yet is we did install some tie downs in here. Didn't have any tie downs, so I'm not really sure exactly how they even tied their quads down when they used this before. They just kind of like put it in here and put it in park, I guess. But yeah, anyhow, so the tie downs are in. I got 6 of them, 2 on each side, or 3 on each side rather, sorry. 3 on this side right down here, 3 on this side right over here. It was a lot harder than I thought, because you have to watch out. There's like gas tank in the rear, water tanks in the front. Kind of a big pain in the butt, but yeah, got the generator all put back together. We tore the generator all out. That was a big old ordeal, fixing the generator, but we got it running. Something to do with the fuel pump, not really sure exactly. This truck had some issues. We traded the 4Runner for this, and first problem was the tires. I went to go get it aligned, get the tires all rotated, and the previous owner had some passenger tires on there. Apparently he just threw them on there. He was in kind of a budget crisis, concern, whatever, and he wasn't able to put, the proper tires, so we had to go down and get some good 10-ply tires and put it on there. And that was the first big hurdle. The second big hurdle is it had a pretty good clunk to it off the line when we first started driving it. So what I did was we went ahead and pulled the drive line out, and I took it down to the driveline shop, and I just had them rebuild the whole driveline. New U-joint, new carrier bearing, and the main thing was that boot was ripped. I don't know if you can see it, but it's up in there. That boot right in the middle right there was ripped, and that makes it so your slip yoke doesn't have any grease, because all the grease flings out. So that was the big deal. It was kind of binding up and clunking. So the tires, the driveline, we got the air conditioning serviced so it'd be nice and cool. And then just now, big thing we just finished wrapping up, is I installed a brand new receiver, and this is the big heavy duty 12,000 pound receiver. The old one was actually really bent downward, and they'd welded on it, and I just didn't trust it, so we went down and got this one with a heavy duty hitch mount. This is the 12,000 pound max trailer, 1200 max tongue hitch mount with a 15,000 pound ball. This is an 1.25 inch shaft ball on here. So everything about as heavy as duty as we can get for a, you know, a bumper pull type. And over here just showing you the 15,000 pound with the weight distribution kit, which we don't have yet, but we will be getting. So yeah, between the tow hitch package here, the tow package, the new mount, the ball, tires, the drive line, the air conditioning service. Yeah, we've put quite a bit of work into this thing since we got it. I sprayed the new bed liner on. The bed was pretty tore up. And fixed the tailgate. The tailgate wasn't opening at all. So I just fixed the tailgate, took it all off. I used these sheet metal screws to put it back on because the screws that, you know, normally hold it on were all stripped out. So anyhow, I gotta stop yakking and get packing because we're getting ready to leave. All right, guys, I'll check in again later. Hopefully when we're at the beach. So we had a little change of plans, and we're heading north instead of south. Instead of going to Pismo, we decided to go to Coos Bay instead. So we're up here. We're still in California. This is northern California, up by we're a little below Wairika, almost Mount Shasta, past Weed a little while ago. And this is Interstate 5 heading north. Just out here kind of watching the sun go down. Truck's pulling really well. Got up to about, oil temp got up to about 220. Transmission temp has stayed nice and low for us. Yeah, I don't have anything to complain about. I have a couple of loose terminals, my battery, so we might be stopping to get some terminals just so that the battery doesn't go dead, because you know they're loose and they've been jerry-rigged already, and I gotta not worry about them. So anyway, Twinkles is grabbing a couple of drinks. We just hit that little rest stop over there, and now we're getting ready to get back on the road. So yeah, gonna do some four-wheeler riding, get this honeymoon started trail blogger style. But yeah, here's my phone, Car Gauge Pro, running on it. And you can see the oil temp right now is about 170. The highest I saw the oil temp go up to was about 230. And the trans temp really hasn't moved. It's always been right at about 182, surprisingly. Hasn't gone up or down. H-pop got up to like 2,500, the high pressure oil pump. And yeah, so here we are. Got the first monster of the day in me there. Feels good to be back on the road again, not working on the house. This honeymoon is probably the first big vacation we've taken in a while. And just feels good to be out in the air, moving around. The new truck's running really good. I missed that 4Runner. I mean, that 4Runner, I did a lot of work to that thing. It was in, I outstanding shape, you know, and all the work and money I put into it. But I'm really happy though with the trade and the fact we were able to actually make this happen. My green F-250 just wasn't quite ready for the road. And oh, who's that? There's Twinkles. Going back in Twinkle's toy box. So anyhow, guys, I'll check in again when we're probably a little bit further. But just peek in here and see what's going on in here and see what she's up to. Hi, babe.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Hiding from the camera?
Yeah?
No, I just fixed the door because the door didn't want to close right.
What door?
The side door.
Oh, this door I'm sticking my head through right now?
Yeah, and then I dropped a wrench and or a screwdriver and it rolled all the way back here and I'm trying to find it so it doesn't roll all over the place.
How's everything else looking here?
Looks good.
Permission to come aboard, Captain.
Sure.
Yeah, so these are all the tie downs we put in. Looks like these two in the front I didn't even really need, but nice to have them there regardless. And yeah, quads are all where I parked them and strapped them down, so I guess it's working. That's where we're gonna be sleeping tonight, up in the captain's bunk there, luxury suite. And yeah, we actually found a campground that was available. It was 3 nights. It was the only probably camping spot in all of Oregon or Northern California. I guess somebody probably had to have canceled and we just happened to go online right at the right time. But I looked everywhere online for a camping spot and there just was nothing. I finally found one, and anyway, I won't ruin the surprise, but it looks like it's gonna be a pretty nice spot. No direct to dune access, we'll have to load up each day. But it looks like it has direct access to walk down to the ocean in a really nice secluded little beach. Not secluded, but protected from the rest of the bay, kind of like Windy Bay. So we'll see how it is. It looks like it's gonna be great. I was just happy to find a spot that had electricity where we could take the trailer and plug it in, not have to find a hotel or something like that. All right, guys, check in with you again probably when we're up in Oregon. All right, it is about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and we just made it to Seven Feathers Casino. And I would like to thank the people of Seven Feathers for having us in their free parking lot area. And I'm talking kind of quiet because there is lots of people probably sleeping all around me in these different little trailers, RVs, all taking advantage of the free parking here at Seven Feathers Casino and Resort. So Twinkles is in there. She just headed to bed. I'm doing the same. We're a couple hours from the coast. We decided to call it a night. Our F-250, the new F-250 did good. Or as we're calling it, the White Rhino. Little White Rhino did good. Pulled us up and down quite a few hills on the way here.
Oh no.
2 o'clock in the morning.
No.
Just made it to Seven Feathers Casino.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, the nice people of Seven Feathers, for having us for free tonight. And having us drink our drink, our cookies, gas station sandwich here. What do we got? Is this gonna kill me?
Twinkles wasn't sure if the fridge was gonna work.
Is this, you know what? This looks delicious. Thank you for the sandwich. There's the Banshee. There's the Raptor. There's our bed. And I'm gonna go lay in and fall asleep here pretty soon. We got a couch over here. Another couch over there. Twinkles. Who's taking a picture of me, taking a picture of her. And then the bathroom's in there. Behind the spice rack. Yeah, there's me. Alright. We are in Oregon. We are probably about an hour away, I'd say, from the ocean. Real excited to see the ocean again. It's been a while. Truck's pulling really good. We did have a little issue this morning when I woke up at the casino. I didn't get a picture or a video or anything, but this is the tires that were on this when we got it. We were checking them. They were from 2017, so they're like 10 years old. And one of the sets had some metal in it, so we actually found a Les Schwab. We went into Schwab, and they went to pull the stuff out, the metal out, and the metal actually wasn't poked all the way through, which was surprising. It looked like it was 2 nails, but it was actually just 2 pieces of metal that were not leaking. But the tire, when he dismounted it to check and see if it had gone all the way through, the tire, hi Twinkles, the tire had rot all the way around on the inside ring that you couldn't see. And I'd seen some cracks on some of these tires, but I hadn't seen that one was cracked. So what we ended up doing was just buying 2 new tires. And Twinkles had the good idea. I hadn't really thought of this because I didn't know I was buying tires. But we put 1 new tire on each side. So we've got 1 new tire here and 1 new tire over there. And then the one in the front now on each side is the older of the ones that weren't too weather checked. But if you look close enough, I mean, you probably, I don't know if you can see it on camera or not. This is still pretty weather checked. I mean, these should probably be replaced. I know they're probably overdue. And like even around here, you can see it's pretty good and weather checked there. So these 2 front tires are kind of sketchy, but at least we have 1 good tire on each side. We have a spare. Little unexpected adventure there. Got the tires mounted though. Luckily, we were right down the street from a Les Schwab, which was kind of weird. And that all worked out. They happen to have 2 tires in stock. I think it was about $280 for the 2 tires, mounted and balanced and all that. So anyhow, on our way to the coast still. We're almost there. Beautiful little spot. Stop and pull over. Anyhow, yeah, we'll check in again hopefully when we're at the campground at the ocean. All right. We made it. We have arrived in Oregon. And this is Sunset Bay Park, I believe. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen, but I think it's called Sunset Bay Park. And this is our spot, A19. I got the toy hauler all backed in. Just getting ready to sit down and relax a little bit. Maybe make some dinner. I think we got some spaghetti and some hamburger meat we're gonna cook up. Have some spaghetti. This is our kitchen dining room table for the night. And this is a tree. Pretty cool looking old tree. A hollowed out stump. And we got the Wanderer wagon all backed in there and hooked up. Got power, water. And yeah, the truck did really good. We made it all the way here. Pretty much no big problems. And yeah, just looking forward to kicking back and relaxing. There's a beach right down the street, the ocean. And there's tons of trails, hiking trails all around. There's a brewery in town. Seven Devils Brewery. And I don't know what else to talk about. I'm pretty tired. You know, we slept in the casino parking lot last night. Not really a shower this morning. I just kind of like threw some water, whatever water was left in the lines on my face. It was like literally a cup of water, threw it on my face. We had some pretty quick breakfast, like McDonald's. Stopped off at a couple gas stations and filled up. And then we hit Safeway and got a whole bunch of groceries, some food and stuff like that. And so now here we are at the campground. So we got a bunch of food, got some burgers. Looks like she's got the stove on already, heating up the pan. Got some burgers, some spaghetti, got some sourdough, San Francisco sourdough bread. It's gonna be yummy. And then tomorrow or the next day, go ride the Banshee and the Raptor 700. And yep. Alright guys, I gotta help cook some food, take a little break, maybe have a nice cold beer. But yeah, it's pretty well stocked. Meat, beer, water, some fresh cherries, lunch meat and stuff. Oh, she brought hummus. I love that hummus. I'm gonna have one of these red beers right now. Red beer. Man, I got for later some stronger stuff. Alright guys, been a long night driving, long day, finally here. Sit down and enjoy my honeymoon vacation.
Excuse me, I'm gonna try to strain pasta.
View out of our trailer, and there's a picnic table, barbecue pit, plug-in area, trucks parked over there. We are in a trailer. It's a toy hauler trailer, and it's awesome. Air conditioning and everything. Spice rack, Banshee, Raptor, which doubles laundry hanging areas for now. Till we get to go ride. Haven't really done breakfast. Twinkle's made some toast. I had coffee. Got the camera out. We're gonna go for a hike. There is a wildlife sanctuary, botanical garden, right down the road. So we're gonna go check that out. A walking trail, get a little exercise before we go ride the dunes. But yeah, Twinkle's really wanted to go across to see this really cool root wad on the other side of the inlet to the ocean. Yesterday we had a really awesome time. We walked down to the beach. Show you a couple shots of that now if she lets me post them. And during that she was crossing the inlet, and there was this like really slippery area with a wood root, and
You can say it. I ate it.
well, your phone ate it. Your phone's the one that... So we have this bag of rice, and you'll notice there is a LG V10 in there. She dropped her phone in the water. And she's not too happy about that, especially, you know, we did, you know, she did have an SD card, mini SD card, and we got all the pictures that were on there off that, but now we have a phone that may or may not work. I told her to let it cook in the rice for at least a day. It's only been there 12 hours. Let it do its magic. But yeah, so far this has been a lot of fun. Just got some sleep finally, so we can go have some fun, walk some trails, hike some creeks and mountains and stuff, and then go ride some dunes. Can't really ride straight from here. This is kind of like a quiet beach and stuff, quiet RV camp area. You're not allowed to really have the quads out, so we'll have to haul the quads either in the back of the truck or detach the trailer and take it with us, unhook all the lines and everything, which is actually pretty easy. It's 2 jacks in the back, 3 plugs, you know, the water, power, sewer on the side, and then just hitch it back up, and we're pretty much ready to go. This thing's a piece of cake to set up, really. But yeah, check in later, hopefully when we're at a more cool spot than the campground, out at the garden, or down by the beach. Alright. Let's go for a little hike. Taking it easy. It's getting ready to be sunny out. Gonna go look at these botanical gardens and then maybe go check out the tide pools. So we've just been hiking up this little trail. It's kind of pretty good little uphill. I'm gonna see if we can make it all the way to the top of this ridge and look out over the ocean up here. Alright, we're up on the ledge now looking down. That's the beach. We were down there before and our campground's kind of over behind there. This is the road we come in on from the north going to the south. And then it kind of ends here at the campground and goes further to the right, and you can go down. There's tide pools and stuff, but you can see the tide's way out right now. And the beach is just huge and beautiful. And this is the Sunset Bay, they call it. That's the north end of the shore. And then the beach just kind of strolls down in it. Over here is the ocean on this side, and this is the trail we walked up here on the ledge on. And the ocean's out over there. She's over at the end of the cliff. Over at the end of the cliff down here. I'm gonna go see what she's doing. She's calling to me. Okay. All right.
How cool is this? Look at the cave over there on that beach. You see it? Kind of starting over there. Can I take a video with the GoPro?
Wow, what an amazing view. Yeah, there's people all climbing over on those rocks where you wanted to go over there. And you're right, you can get all the way out to that island when it's the tide's low if you're brave. Look, it completely connects up over there. Wow, that's beautiful. Where's the cave you were talking about? Oh, you talked during my video, but I can't talk during your video. Okay, I see.
I didn't know this was a video. I'm trying to get some good shots.
Take some pictures. my lady and I'm going under this rock. So it's a crab with a snail on it, or is it
I think it's a crab with a snail on it. It's like a hermit crab. Or is it another crab fighting with it?
So we're here looking at the tide pools. It's a pretty awesome spot. The ocean's like right on the other side of those rocks, and the tide's kind of coming in, so we're keeping an eye on it. But we found this beach where it's just this like incredible
Look at all my
white
little
salt and pepper type sand, and it's just incredible. Twinkle's is amazed with it. The glass, the round pieces of green glass that are in it. It's just all crushed crab and mussel shells. And there was tons and tons of little crabs over there. I couldn't really get a very good video of them because they're so small, but I just wanted to get a shot of this amazing sand that they have on this beach here. You have to kind of hike to get down to the beach, but it was really worth it to come down here. It's not a very big beach either by far. It's only about maybe 50 yards long and probably about 20 yards wide, and it definitely looks like it's underwater when the tide's in. But when the tide's out, it's this incredible, just white and black, really gritty kind of sand. It's amazing. There's like almost no dirt in it at all. It's just crushed up shells. And there's a little bit of rock and some glass. Just Twinkles is sorting right there. Beautiful beach. Twinkle said she wanted to go to the beach for our honeymoon, so here we are. Not exactly the beach she wanted to do, but
next year's Hawaii.
next year's Hawaii. Next year we're gonna find another beach.
Set it on camera now.
There's a big piece of glass right there. See it?
I don't think you could miss that piece.
quads out on the hill.
Kind of hard. They're a little far away.
What are you doing? You unloading the monster? Just got Bruiser out. So we're at the KOA now. We just moved so we could have direct dune access. Left the Sunset Beach campground, which had no dune access. Now we have direct dune access. This is where we moved to right here. It's like a KOA campground, Wi-Fi, electric hookups, all that good stuff. It's gonna be awesome. Had some wood. We're gonna have a little fire later. Yeah.